We absolutely saw the same movie. Yes, that movie is. I now watch it.
Insane.
You know what? For Tubi movies, you had to seek them out because they're not gonna come to you. You gotta find a Tubi special, and those movies are good.
Tubi should be banned like they're about to ban TikTok.
I hope they don't ban TikTok.
You have a TikTok?
I have a TikTok account. I just look at nonsense. I don't post anything.
Oh, okay.
I just look at dark humor and goofy videos.
Okay.
I don't look at nothing for real. I don't want to see people dance. I don't care. I don't care at all about that. I don't care about your little stupid.
I just want to rock.
Yeah, I don't care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about all the little way they do all the little stuff. I don't. That does not interest me at all. I absolutely hate looking at it.
Not your mojo.
No. One, I ain't got a rhythm for it, so
right.
a little bit of hating in there too.
Okay.
I can't do it.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. I admit I'll dance, and I can't, and I'm mad at people who do it well.
I think it was a great Fat Joe or Remy that says, "Killers don't dance. We just pull up our pants and
do the rock away.
Do the rock away.
Hey, that's
and lean back.
That's about all I got. I can lean back. I can't even rock away. I can do the lean, but I ain't rocking though. I can lean, but I ain't rocking.
Do what you gotta do.
That's it. All right, welcome back to another episode of Shut Up and Be Quiet. We talking over here, featuring me and my cousin. We over here talking about stuff, and that's pretty much it.
In that order.
In that order. Talking about stuff in that order. Oh, so what we got going on today? First of all, I gotta do this first. Talia, I gotta tell you this straight up. I am so happy you're doing this with me.
Thank you, cousin. Thank you for inviting me.
I genuinely am happy that I'm doing this with you. I'm getting to spend time with my cousin, and I'm doing something that I love to do. I found a passion for doing this, so I'm glad that I'm able to do it with you, and that you're willing to take your time out your day and share it with me. I appreciate it. I really do, Talia.
It's for you, cousin. It's for you. No, I thank you. I've had a couple people ask me to be on their podcast. Ain't podcasted yet. And I ain't talking about in partnership like you have me with you, but literally just come be on an episode. So I'm still waiting. But yeah, I thank you. When you asked me, I thought you just meant be on an episode. Like, hey, I'm gonna do a podcast. Come be on an episode with me. And I'm like, cool. I get to be on a podcast eventually again, finally. Because like I said, I've been invited to a couple of podcasts, but they never got up and running and off the ground. So I thank you for even thinking of me, to be in your vision.
Yeah, and again, I want to just give you your flowers now because I'm a firm believer in giving people their flowers while they can smell them and not when they can't. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'm just happy every time we shoot, Taya. I just feel so good. I feel good.
Thank you,
I really do. So,
I enjoy myself. I look forward to shooting these and making time in my schedule so we can shoot and being dedicated because oftentimes I feel like right now in today's age a lot of people aren't dedicated to anything. They're dedicated to whatever they think is going to make them pop, whatever they think is going to take off, all just for. It's like the opportunistic reasons. Like, I'm only going to do it if I can get something out of it. It's not because they love it. They have a passion for it. Just, if I can attach myself to you and you make $1 million, then I'll be cool with it.
Yeah.
But if I don't see $1 million come out of it, then I want a part of it. So I've seen a lot of that energy lately. It sucks and they suck. So I thank you for even thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because right now, our podcast is growing. We're growing, which is good. But we slow cook over here.
Listen,
we slow cooking over here.
We got like 1,000. We got more than 1,000 views. I'm just saying, like one reel or something.
Yeah, got like 1,200 something like that.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, we getting there, and I'm thrilled. We slow cook over here because we want our community to grow with us too. Right. And grow us and generally be us. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to grow. I want to ungrow.
We want to build our community.
I want a Benjamin Button the body.
We want to build our community.
Right.
Like, we want y'all to come with us and stick with us, and the real us. Because this is us. We ain't playing.
We would love it if you would increase with us while I decrease. That's a better way. That's a better way of putting it. Increase while I decrease.
So y'all, anytime y'all see a post or whatever, please engage because we chime in all the time. Because this is what it is. This is community over here. So today on this one, let's talk about these things here. And we got some other stuff cooking too. We're gonna let y'all know what that is. Eavesdroppers. That's the name of our listeners. Eavesdroppers. Let us know what y'all think about it. If y'all rocking with it, hey, if it's cool, we might can get some merch on it. Who knows?
Right.
So I'm here for it. Any suggestions y'all got, let us know. Let us know. So today, let's talk about this. I know I'm gonna get some heat on mine. What is your number one sitcom of all time that you can watch any point in time? Whether it be day, night, bored, whatever, you can watch it and it always gives what it gives. What's that for you?
I mean, I got too many. I got too many. Top 3.
Yeah.
Off top, The Cosby Show, A Different World, Living Single, and Martin. All golden. All comedic sitcom gold. Point blank period. Not up for debate.
I get it. I can definitely watch any of those at any time. And there have been random times where I want to watch episode of Different World. Mm-hmm. And I go put on episode of Different World. Because it's on HBO Max right now. Mm-hmm. The whole series. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know.
Shout out to HBO Max.
Yes. HBO Max. But y'all killing it. Y'all killing it. It's just one thing missing though. Living Single ain't on there. That's all. But Hulu got Living Single.
Okay.
Hulu got Living Single. So, all right, but HBO Max, let's get on that.
Okay.
Also get on New York Undercover. Why that's not on TV? Why that's not on the streaming service too?
Malik Yoba.
Yes. All right. Him and Torres running down the street. That was my show.
When they killed off Torres, I was done.
I think everybody was done after that. That was last season too. I think
Torres
everybody was
my boo. You know, when you watch shows, you get a boo, you get a crush.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
He was my boo. So once they killed him off and kept Malik,
yeah,
I was over it. Then what's your show?
My show, number one for me. Golden Girls. I can watch the Golden Girls anytime. And my wife put me on to the Golden Girls. Because, I used to see it over Honey House or whatever.
Right.
But my wife put me on it. I bought her the entire box set for Christmas.
Right.
And it was most so I could watch it.
Right.
Yeah, it was for her. But anytime I want to watch Golden Girls, yeah, me too. Right. Me too.
Well, okay. I didn't expect that one.
That's like Golden Girls. Because they covered such a wide range of topics on that show. And he did it from a funny perspective, an insightful perspective, and a very thoughtful perspective too. That was one of the first shows that had an interracial marriage on there. And it was a different type of interracial marriage. You weren't two younger people or two older people. One was young, one was old. Mm-hmm. And the guy was white and the lady was black.
Okay.
Which was a different take. Then they had another one where one of Sophia's son was a cross-dresser.
Oh yeah,
that was a topic that won't get touched in the 80s like that. Right. That was not getting touched in the 80s. Even down to gay relationship, that won't get touched in the 80s either.
Right.
Golden Girls covered a plethora of things that are still very relevant to this day. That's why I can look at that show anytime. Find the humor because when it was funny, oh man, it was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I always feel like all of those shows I named were comedies in general. I don't feel like they were I don't know, I just felt like all the ones, even Golden Girls was comedy to me too.
But it was the Golden Girls. I can watch them. I can watch Blanche, Dorothy, Sophia, and Rose any day of the week.
I can watch my 4 hour already.
Oh yeah, I got you.
But I can watch every day, all day when it comes on ETV. When it comes on Bravo, when it comes on Sex and the City. I can watch my girl Carrie Bradshaw, Samantha, listen, Charlotte, Miranda. Where are my Sex and the City girls? My sister, shout out to her, may she rest in peace. Was one of mine, but I need 3 more chicks to. So I love that sitcom, and I can watch it. And the 2 movies they made.
The movies too.
Listen, when Big stood Carrie up at that wedding, and Charlotte, we talking about Charlotte, sweet innocent Charlotte, and she told him no, and she gave him that look like, bro, I'll kill you and your whole family if you come near her. Like, every girl needs, you either need your Living Single girls or your Sex in the City girls. And those are my 2 sitcoms. I can relate to all 8 characters. I feel like each one has a part of me. Each one, I can relate to each one on something.
Oh man!
And yeah, Sex in the City and Living Single, I feel like they kind of mirror each other neck and neck. Come on, it's New York, and New York is my favorite place in this country. Really? I love New Yorkers. I love the energy. When you go to New York, I love the confidence. When we went first of all, New York has Broadway. Let's just stop right there. If you needed a reason to go to New York, it has Broadway. The Broadway. Yeah. Not these byproducts of Broadway, not Broadway Richmond or Broadway San Diego. The Broadway. Yeah. And so just watching how New Yorkers move and shake and deal, it's very inspiring. Like, you walk past 20 hot dog stands and nobody cares that there are 19 other stands on the same block. Everybody has this passion for whatever it is they're doing. And that's what I loved when I went to New York to go to see Once on This Island. Yeah. Just the energy. And you see so many different eclectic people. Yeah. The city's always moving. So I love the energy that was in New York.
Yeah, the thing I do like about New York is that the food places stay open late, and you can get different types of food too. They ain't just you got to get a sub or like that. No, you can get a variety of stuff at any time of the night. That's one thing I do like about New York. Cause I don't mind going to hit them bodega and get another bodega
in the morning.
Like, yes,
and it's like they hit the reset button, and then the other places just start all
over again. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm talking about.
I love that energy. That New York gives. Like, it's just something about New York for me.
I got you.
When I went.
Okay. All right. Next thing. The ocean. What on earth do you think, and how deep do you think it is? What do you think is in there and how deep it is? Because the ocean, I found myself watching a lot of ocean documentaries lately in the past too, but I've gotten back into it again. I don't know why, but I have. But the ocean is a fascinating and terrifying place. It's one of the few places that I know. It's one of the few places that I've seen that has a river. I'm like, wait a minute, it's the ocean. There are rivers inside of oceans. I'm like, how is that a thing? But it is.
I am a I watch National Geographic every single day. It's my favorite channel. So I can relate to watching the animal shows and the shows about sea life and things of that nature. I am more afraid of the ocean than I am anything else. That just, at least on land, you can feel like you have some sort of control, or you could just feel like you can have some sort of control. I don't care if it's in the desert or the jungle or whatever. You just feel like you can stand on your own 2 feet, so you feel like you have some control. With the ocean is so vast, and so something. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but shout out to Transformers.
Hey now.
When they dropped Megatron and they purposely dropped him down in the sea, and they, and we learn in school and science and all those things about how, the deeper you go into the water, it has like this crushing effect.
Yeah, the pressure.
I'm like, what? So I feel like that's something that we will never know, because even when they send equipment and stuff down, either blacks out. Or,
it can't take the pressure.
Or it breaks. Because of how deep the ocean goes. And it's so crazy because we talked about the Earth's creation with the kids, the teens. And we talked about, what was created first and things of that nature, ocean and land and things. So I think God had an intention and a reason why. And I think that's why, because it feels as if we can discover any and every part of the world. Pretty much to a certain extent, you can just keep driving and pushing and finding these places on land. But when it comes to the ocean, it definitely is a limit that you can push.
It's a real hard stop there.
And as humans, I tell people that all the time, you don't want to get into it with moving water or things of that nature because you're not going to win.
No, you're not.
The ocean terrifies me. The thought about actually being in the ocean terrifies me. When I see people on vacation and they're just snorkeling or doing things, scuba diving or whatever, having a great time and the water's beautiful and they see all these different fish and corals and all these things up under the water. But it also makes me feel super small because at any moment, something that is legit built for this part of the world, this specific thing could come up out of nowhere. And it's built for this, or orca, or a shark.
Where do I stand dolphins, okay?
Right.
Dolphins.
Where do I stand a chance for something that's built for this environment? So for me, I have a great respect for the ocean. I didn't realize we trash the ocean as much as we do.
That's disgusting. It is disgusting.
When I watch documentaries in National Geo, to know
see floating landfills in the ocean, like
that we don't care about the water the way we think we do. It's one thing to go to the beach and you see this beautiful water and it's so calming and relaxing, but if people really scratch the surface to really know, when people make fun about the plastic rings on beer cans and stuff, and people make jokes about it and make light of it, but if you really knew how disgusting our oceans and waterways were because of us, not because of the animals.
Right.
So,
they just need to live their lives. We the ones let me throw my junk in.
We the ones thinking it up for them.
And another thing too about the ocean that is so fascinating to me is the fact that not only does it have such vastness and such depth, stuff's still alive down there. At the very bottom of it, things are still alive and thriving. They chilling. Chilling.
Because you can't get to me.
You can't touch me. I go down here and eat what I want, eat whatever I find, and they do.
In the darkness. Total darkness.
It's to the point. It's so amazing to me that the fact that the little anglerfish that can generate light, having never seen light before, can generate light to attract something to it so it can eat it. That is insane to me. Like, how did you know to do that?
Right.
Why would you know to do that?
Right.
I know we got an evolutionary response to survive, but you ain't never seen light before. How do you know how to generate that?
Right.
That's when the intelligent design comes into play for me. I'm like, Big G was looking out on you on that one. He was like, well, I got you covered, homie. Hey, just see, get this little light so you can get some fish. I'm like, he was like, ate that fish, my dog.
It's like some of those things we will only ever learn about if they come up close enough for us to learn about.
Yeah, because other than that, you'll never know what's down there.
We not gonna know.
Some of the stuff I don't want to know either, because if it's like a Godzilla down there or something, just stay down there.
Chill.
Let him chill. Leave him alone.
You saw Megatron came from.
You saw me came from underneath. I don't know if he's down there right now. I have no idea. Okay.
Him is one leg.
Hey, look, he's still a robot. He can fly up. All right. Last thing I want to touch on this episode is, if you could travel back in time, what time period would you go to?
You go first.
Oh yeah. For me, honestly, now this involves, taking out a lot of aspects, a whole lot of aspects, right? Taking a lot of aspects of it, because we know we look like. We well aware of that. But this negates any of that aspect, and starving and money on the issue.
You mean your version of going back?
Yeah, my version of going back, not the real version. No, if real version going back would never happen. I would never do it. Absolutely not. No. I ain't built for that. Nope. I'll be fighting too much and somebody kill me. Nope, not built for that. But if idealistic circumstances. You went back in time. For me, my time period would be, I have to say, the 70s. And the reason why, I just love the clothes. Everyone was super fancy, super flashy, glittery stuff. I'm like, I can rock that.
The 70s make you think of Fat Albert. Like, that's how everybody was dressing.
now with the bell bottoms and whatnot. But I just like that time. I like the time period of dress. I do. I like the time period of dress. Just the style of everything was the little free love stuff and all that crap. Now I wouldn't be into with the hippies and all that junk. I wouldn't be into that because of the simple fact that it just looked dirty.
And so no Woodstock.
Oh God, no. Woodstock is like a crowded club to me. No, I'm out of there immediately. All those people, ugh, ew. And I know ain't no showers around here either. Gross.
What? They just had a festival down in what? Raleigh.
They did. See, that's how much.
I think was it Drake's festival or what's the rapper's name? J. Cole.
Oh, J. Cole did have one. Dreamville. Yeah, Dreamville had a thing. I didn't know. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, I felt like that was like Woodstock.
I felt like
it's a different version.
I felt like that's gross because of the simple fact that if where people taking showers, I hope everyone. Right. I hope they have hotel rooms, not just tents. Right. And little porta potties because ew.
No, definitely porta potty down. It's very reminds me of going to the Gathering of the Juggalos. Like the only time I think the Gathering of the Juggalos is when it was held like in different states, but they were hosting in like the state's Coliseum.
Yeah.
And you had a functioning bathroom, but when they transferred over to campgrounds,
nah, I can't do that.
You got campground accommodations.
Gross.
So yeah.
Absolutely gross. What about you? Where would you go? Everything, no racial issues, no money issues, no financial issues, none of that stuff. Where would you go?
I'm going back to the 80s, but not being born in the 80s. I want to be like 16 years old.
Oh. So you want to be in the 80s,
right?
Yeah.
I want to experience Madonna.
I got you.
I want to experience, Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
My God.
I want to be able to experience the 80s from the perspective of a teenager that could get a job, that could, do some things and experience some things and then cross over into adulthood. And so I would love to just go back to the 80s and because I feel like the 80s was such a happening time.
They everywhere. Do look the 80s did look fun.
I'm talking what we call I would say the four corners, but technically it's like three. You got your Miami, you got Florida, you got New York, you got LA. So I would love to do the 80s over, but as a young adult.
I feel you
in that time space.
I feel you because I think it was popping.
I think it would be so fun, just the different experiences, and the 80s were a time of coming off the heels of the 60s and 70s where people of all kinds of oppression were just getting tired of it and speaking out.
Yeah.
Just some of the things like the 80s had, I think, the AIDS epidemic, the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
So just the people who had to fight those things out and to make cause and change often get overlooked. A lot of those people lost their lives. A lot of those people can kind of get forgotten about. So I feel like those were very crucial times to really truly be a part of something and really stand for something. So I would love to go back and be able to do the 80s as an adult or young adult when I'm, vibrant enough to help out and invoke some change and help out people who really needed the help.
See, you gave a very thoughtful and insightful answer. Mine was just about clothes. Mine was just about fashion. That's all. Mine is real superficial.
Fashion is fashion.
I like the clothes. I just like the bill.
Because I feel like you wanted to go back, to the 80s so you could get you a little half shirt action, Little Showing Up had a half shirt. That's why I'm confused. You so mad with Ozone, like Showing Up didn't have a half shirt. And you love Last Dragon. That is so hypocritical.
Sure enough was fighting. He wasn't dancing. He was not a dancer.
But he had a nice old belly button.
He did. You can see his nipples. You can see his nipples too. You could. Yes. He had it on shoulder pads with no shirt. He absolutely had it on one of those things. He walked shoulder pads with no shirt. He did.
And I'm like, you just get him a pass. Like,
yep, he get an absolute pass with me because he ain't dancing.
He was out there being a reckless heathen, tearing people's stuff up. Ozone was out there pop locking and gyrating, trying to bring peace.
With a cigarette. You dance with a cigarette. Those things don't even match, okay? It doesn't match. You up there pop locking and doing all your stuff. Let me get a drag. What? How does that translate? I don't see where you have pockets to light the cigarette at. Where'd you get it from? Where's the lighter? I was like, I have so many questions because your pants are so tight. There is no pockets there.
Right.
So like, where'd you get this from? How'd you do that? So that's my beef with that. But that's why I get shown up against the pass. He was fighting. He didn't pull out nothing out of his pocket and start smoking it. No, he just turned to beat up Leroy. That was it. That was all he wanted to do. He didn't want to do nothing else but fight Leroy. That's it.
Leroy didn't do nothing to him.
He sure didn't. Sometimes, man, we just got to run this fade because I don't like
nobody did anything to show up. He actually was trying to shake down this man's parents' pizza shop.
He did.
So it's like, what you mean? They came in there and tore up that man pizza shop, that hardworking man, and you giving him a pass with his half shirt, but
100%, yes.
Ozone ain't terrible nothing. He did everything for the neighborhood and the kids.
Call me
love the kids.
If I'm a hypocrite, call me a hypocrite. Don't care. Showing up gets a pass. Ozone, no half shirts. And dancing.
We should dress up for Halloween and pick each other's costumes.
Why I already know what it is, okay? And I'm not wearing it. If it's cold, I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing it. If it's cold outside.
I'll get you a custom made trench coat, hat, half shirt, netted gloves, and all. I'm just saying. Now I gotta throw a Halloween party.
Oh, if it's a party, I'm coming dressed.
I gotta like.
If you throw a party, I'm dressed to the nine. But if you throw a real Halloween party, it's on then.
I gotta pull you into a dare or something because I gotta get you so I can get you dressed up. You know what? No, to make it fair, we both would have to dress up.
Oh yeah,
we both would have to dress up.
Yeah. And we'll choose your outfit. Yep, I will choose what you wear. You choose what I wear. We can do that. We can do that. If you throw that party, that's what it is. And we'll put a picture of us dressed up too in October. If she throw this party, get it set up, you can see me. You can see me whatever she decide, and you can see her whatever I decide.
Right.
So there we go. Showing up still gets a pass. All right, y'all.
Ozone for life.
All right, y'all. It's been another one in the books for us. We thank you for joining us at Shut Up and Be Quiet. We talking over here. Follow us on all our socials: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, wherever you can find your podcast. And yeah, we'll keep cracking it out. Y'all keep engaging with us. We'll keep this party going. Peace out, eavesdroppers.